Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Justin Cappuccino of Sashes&Scripts, and today we have Miss Zoe Santiago, our Binibini from Manila, and kakausapin natin siya with regards to her background, to her achievements in life, as well as her experience in Binibini. So, Zoe, introduce yourself first sa atin.
Hi, I am Zoe Bernardo Santiago. I'm 26 years old from Manila, candidate number 23. I am an international law student based in Malmö, Sweden.
Oh, so you're taking up law?
Yes.
And but I was looking through your mga bio ganyan. You had a degree in biology, as well as at some point you tried medicine.
Yes.
So what made you transfer to law? Kasi sciences now to law yung nilaktaw ng ng career mo eh.
I was actually studying biology in Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Manila as an scholar, and then I transferred to Sweden and then studied in Karolinska Institute for medicine. But then it was my calling to be an international law advocate.
Yeah.
Peace and conflict talaga. I was told that I was very argumentative.
Okay.
So, I think that's my niche. So, parang, yeah, naglipat ako. And I enjoy it, actually.
And I've also read up that you are one of the girls now most traveled, well-traveled. You've been to how many places?
25 countries.
How was the experience?
It depends on what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a place to just have fun and stuff, then it's exhausting. But if you're actually going to a place for the culture and actually to learn something about like the history, then you can't get enough.
Yeah. And so it's safe to assume you've been bitten by the travel bug.
I'm sorry?
You've been bitten by the travel bug.
Yeah, pwede. Pero I'm mostly telling myself na every time I have like more than 2 weeks off in Sweden, because I'm already in Sweden, so it's easy to go to
different
Europe.
countries.
So if I have 2 weeks off, then I would go somewhere else.
So yun, naging madali ba sa'yo yung transition ng kultura natin dito sa Pilipinas with the Europeans?
To be honest, it's not. It's completely different. Philippines is a very warm country, very familial, very what do you call this? Like everyone is like helping each other. Everyone is next to each other, very close knit. Whereas in Sweden, everyone is very individualistic. Even on the way they serve food, you know. That's one of the main culture shocks I have, is that in the Philippines, everything is served there. In Sweden, you get your own. And you don't usually share.
Okay.
So, yun yung mga culture shocks ko. But, you know, you get over it at some point, and then you learn that there's like some stuff that is good, and then may bad sides then. And then you just filter things out.
Okay. You learn to adapt.
Yeah. You learn to adapt.
Okay, I'm intrigued again doon sa law na experience mo, because you started your law na studies in Sweden, and then you're now in Binibini. So paano yung arrangement nyo with the school? So in sabbatical ka ba, or
in sabbatical?
Meaning you're taking a time off from school?
No, we're actually on break. So,
okay.
So our last exam was January 16, and then I left January 16.
Okay.
So yun, and then the next semester would be on August something. And then it's okay for them to study in distance.
Okay.
As long as you're there during the exams.
Okay.
So, and ngayon wala pa naman akong problems kasi I've done all my exams. I've done everything that I need to pass.
Yeah.
And then,
And Zoe, I'm kind of curious, you know, because this transition from a very science, biology-based na career to law allows you a different, career path. I've also, based on sa mga conversations natin earlier, nabanggit mo na you're also volunteering for the Ukrainian refugee crisis. Can you tell us more about that? How did your law schooling brought you to that aspect?
Okay, so I'm studying peace and conflict studies in Malmo University. So it involves a lot with United Nations and also with disputes about different countries. Especially now, kasi merong Ukrainian and Russian conflict.
Yeah.
So I think it's the best time to actually practice what they're preaching to us. So when they called out for volunteers and stuff, at first I was just thinking maybe I'll just do it locally. But then I accidentally got into the group where we have to go to fly in Riga, in Latvia, and then, you know, help out and stuff, bring some necessities for them, which is really, really fulfilling, but at the same time very, very sad. Because then sometimes you think sometimes you need so much,
Yes.
but then if you see other people needing the basic things that we already have,
Yeah.
it will humble you so much. Ganun.
And volunteering during the Ukrainian-Russian refugee crisis is something that's very noble to do.
Yes,
Yeah.
pero I try to not expound it too much or
Yeah.
try to announce it because then the purpose would be gone.
Oo.
Yung parang with charity works, I know like sometimes you have to announce so
Yes.
you could inspire others, but then I'm not that type of person, so medyo mahirap on my part
To
kasi-
talk about
to
it.
talk about it because
Yes.
like I don't want to make people think that I'm
Yeah.
doing it just because I want
Yeah.
people to think that I'm a good person.
Yeah.
But then at the same time you also have to
Yes.
I don't know.
And it's also important din kasi because I think that in order for pageant fans and Filipino followers to know more about you guys is to learn more about your experiences.
Exactly.
So I think it's valid that you feel that it's something that's difficult to talk about because charity should be seen, not spoken about. But
Exactly.
it also helps din kasi to get to know more about the ladies, the girls. Especially with you na ang dami palang mga aspeto ng personality mo na hindi namin alam. Right? Like, if I look at your Binibining Pilipinas profile, parang napaka bare bones nung information there, and it feels like Zoe is more than what's seen or what's published in your profile. So we want to know more about you because I particularly feel that you're one of the beautiful faces, the best faces in Binibining Pilipinas this year. And a lot of people, have this kind of mentality na kapag maganda ka, walang laman ang utak mo. So, how would you, convince people na I'm more than just your beautiful face, that you're more than just a beautiful face?
I think the only way that I could convince someone to believe that I'm more than just a pretty face is to ask me a question.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in announcing everything and just telling you, okay, this is me, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Because then the excitement isn't there anymore. And there's nothing else to talk about. I want someone to put an interest to me because I am interesting.
Yeah.
They want to know about me, not because I told them, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang ang awkward lang kasi parang, ay, ito, ganyan, ganyan. And it sounds like it's more like a chatterbox
Yes.
than a resume,
Yes.
to be honest. But like I'm grateful that I have this opportunity to actually speak because then I don't really have so much medium to actually tell the story that I have. And
Yeah.
also, coming back from the charity, we also have a charity here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's called Lahat ng Bata Organization. It's a very small community, and it's about doing public libraries for children in the most secluded areas in the Philippines para magkaroon lang sila ng dignity because they know how to read. Because sometimes like a lot of children here in the Philippines is not very into reading, and I want to go back there because I don't want people to think that I'm very Eurocentric as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to tell people that I'm also doing some stuff in the Philippines and that, I did not founded it myself,
Yes.
but it was my friend, Rain Russell, who founded it. But I think it was for a good cause and we're doing something. And I want something that is dear to my heart, that is already there.
Yes.
And magpa-founder na lang, mag-foster na lang siya.
Yes.
Instead of me creating one, because then it's hard and it's also like I won't be able to sustain it. With
Yeah, and besides,
Binibini.
and besides, if the institution is already there,
Yeah, exactly.
they also need the support. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And Zoe, nabanggit mo kanina na you speak 4 languages pala. So what are those
Or
languages?
medyo 5 na.
5 na, okay.
Hindi na 5.
But if you can speak a little bit conversational on the 5th language, and I think that's
I could understand the song.
okay.
The songs. So the first one, of course, Filipino. Then English, Swedish, Norwegian, maybe Danish.
Danish,
For sure. Kasi parang if they talk to me in Danish, I would speak in Swedish. We understand each other. So
Okay.
maybe I don't know if it's counted.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to study Hebrew.
Oh. So
Wala.
that's nice. And it also shows that you're a multifaceted na person. You're not just one thing only, but you're bits and pieces of multiple different stuff. And I've read also that you bake and you cook.
Yeah. I went to Italy just to study pasta
Yeah.
and pizza. So
Okay.
I went to Italy just to go to like the nonas, yung mga hindi talaga sila
Grandmas?
nag-English.
Okay.
So you have to, when they tell you this is what you do, you have to follow, So yeah. I really like exploring different cultures. That's why I think international law is actually a great fit for me because I love talking to people.
Yeah.
So it was a joke sometimes when my friends told me na parang you would find me in a place like it's a big marketplace, but you would find Zoe if there's like a lot of people surrounding her because she's talking to everyone. Yun yung like medyo gullible sometimes. Pero yun.
But saan ka sa Italy nag-aral ng paggawa ng pizza and
First
pasta?
sa Frascati. It's like
Okay.
3 hours from Rome.
Okay.
And then the other one is in Sicily, in Palermo.
Okay.
So yung mga Sophia Loren vibes, mga
Yeah.
ganyan, mga lemon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's refreshing to know that you go around different countries in Europe and you're not only one dimensional. Yun yung importante na you're not just defined by one thing. And I find it very interesting because a lot of pageant queens usually when they have like a image that they want to project to the public, yun at yun na lang yung pinapakita nila, and then we na mga media and fans, we don't necessarily see all of these different aspects. So how do you manage being that interesting? Kasi very napaka-interesante ng mo ng background mo, napaka-interesante ng mga achievements mo, and that you learn cooking in Italy, you're taking up law in Sweden, you're now in Binibini, Pilipinas, you've modeled for Chanel and Charlotte. Chanel and Charlotte Tilbury. So parang ano pa bang hindi nagagawa ni Zoe?
Kumanta. No, I think going back to my advocacy and also to my purpose is like I think I'm just born lucky. If I wasn't born lucky enough to be able to be put in a place na there's a lot of opportunities, then I wouldn't be able to make it. That's why I have the chance and I have the opportunity to go around. It's because I am lucky. I was born blessed.
Yes.
Not because we're rich or something, but because I have the chance and I'm
Yes.
just grabbing it. That's why it's very important to me to make the kids know that they actually have to study.
Yeah.
And they actually have to travel so they know the opportunities they have.
Yeah.
So yun lang yung masasagot ko doon, I think. Kasi with interest, it comes with the people you met. It comes with the people, with the things that you get fascinated about. And you don't get fascinated with a certain place. But you only get interested with something if you find it different.
Yes.
All of a sudden from your safe space. So yeah.
And that's nice, because grabbing opportunities, if it presents to you, that is something that not afforded to all, di ba?
Yes.
So, kung nandyan, sunggab ka agad.
Exactly.
Oo.
And then it should humble you as well, because then you know that you have to get it, because otherwise, you would think that what if other people wasn't able to do it, Just do whatever you can.
Yeah. And Zoe, now that you're in Binibining, Pilipinas, what is the most challenging aspect so far ng journey mo sa Binibini?
I think the most challenging so far is being able to adapt in this very
Competitive?
competitive and social media driven
Yeah.
world.
Oo.
Because to be honest, I'm not a very social media type of person. Especially coming from Sweden pa.
Yeah.
So parang alam yun, yung parang I am not very into posting so much,
Yes.
and I have to learn. And then, ayun. And also because it's really, really competitive. Whatever people see online is just like 10% of it. There's so much that is happening, and there's so much that is at stake. Especially if you value the people who work with you throughout your journey. So medyo masakit siya if sometimes you think that you're not good enough.
Yeah.
So that's one of the challenges, because I don't want to put my team down. Yeah.
And it's a good a good feeling that you want to make your people your tribe proud of you, especially they're also invested in your competition.
Yeah.
Oo. So now that you're in Binibini, so far ano yung pinaka event na you're looking forward to, because we haven't had the press presentation, we haven't had the national costume show. So ano yung which of those are you more excited about?
Actually, marami akong excited na parts, pero sana meron kaming interviews.
Yeah.
Kasi that's kind of my strength.
Oo.
Pero I'm excited about the national costume.
Yeah.
Kasi my national costume would be done by Glevin Bartolama. And quick background, I don't have a national costume designer at first.
Yes.
And then when they announced us na, oh my God, kailangan nyo ng national costume designer, I was like, who should I talk to?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's just destiny. And then he just messaged me, can you be my muse and stuff? So I think it's really nice, because then it's destiny, hopefully.
Yeah.
And also, it's a different take about Manila.
Yes.
So I don't know if I would give clues, pero I think it's nice.
Pero it's good that you're excited with what you're gonna do for the
Yeah.
national costume. No need for clues because we want to be surprised, diba? And then speaking of the competition, so far Pangasinan na kayo, nakapunta na kayo ng iba't ibang mga movie na mga premieres. Hindi ba kayo napapagod na sunod-sunod yung mga yung mga activities ninyo? And then how do you cope with yung pagod ka na pero kinakailangan 6 AM may call time ka bukas?
It's very tiring, to be honest, because it's a job. First of all, na sometimes you think na parang this is too much, but then being a Binibini Pilipinas is actually an application it's a job application to be a queen. So if now you can't do this, then how could you perform the more intense
na mga
requirements
duties
para or duties ng isang Binibining Pilipinas queen? I think and I think it's just fair, because then it's also a part of them analyzing like how could you do these kinds of things, how could you manage a lot of things, and they could size you up if you're fit for the role.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's really a job application.
And that's a nice thing to hear from a perspective na winner, kasi a lot of mga pageant girls, kapag ini-interview namin mga media, hindi nila naiintindihan na trabaho ito. And there's a certain level of professionalism that you need to include in everything that you do, right? So, you being a professional model, you being a very accomplished on your own na lady with, I mean, the mere fact that you travel a lot, you learn a lot through traveling, shows, character and shows, a strength in character na hindi namin madalas nakikita in a lot of pageant girls, because a lot of them are very concerned with an image, and with you parang it's not an image, but it's rather that you have different aspects of your personality and you're not afraid to show it. So saan mo nanggagaling yung fierceness na yon?
I was told na I was ice cold. I'm always told na parang yun yung unang impression sa akin. Ice cold.
Maybe it's because you have a very intimidating na beauty, kasi yung ganyang klaseng ganda hindi normal, hindi regular sa Pilipinas. Don't you think?
Or maybe because I also took it to a point na I have to learn how to carry myself.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to study finishing school. You know, how to learn how to carry yourself, the elegance of doing so. Maybe that's the reason why. Kasi people only get intimidated with people who carry themselves better than others.
Yeah.
Same with insecure people. So, you know.
Okay. Zoe, we've covered so many things about you. If there is something that you would describe, if you're going to describe yourself as a person, how would you describe yourself?
I think I would describe myself as a passionate person. With everything I do, I really try my best to be the best. And sometimes it's a curse. Because then you fly too high and then you think you're doing well, and then all of a sudden one mishap and then you're just like, I'm a perfectionist. But then at the same time, very passionate.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was told by my team sometimes, like I cry sometimes because like I don't want to mess up, because I don't want them to waste their time on me.
Yeah.
And they have to constantly remind me that it's not a waste of time because they believe in me. So yun, yung parang, yun lang naman yung, kasi because I think for me, winning is not just me. I always think myself na parang ako lang yung canvas ng people around me. And that's not something I would just say on camera. But that is something really that I value. Because these people, my makeup artist, my stylist, everyone, mentors, even the people behind the scenes, they're the ones who put the confidence in me. Otherwise, I wouldn't believe myself. So, without them, I'm nothing. So, kung yun lang talaga, I'm trying to be as good as I can because I love them.
And that's a good thing, kasi you develop a tribe, you develop a community with pageantry, and it's not just the people that you work with, but also the people you encounter with every day during the entire course of the pageant. No? And now, Zoe, I want you to invite everyone to support you in your Binibini Pilipinas journey and follow you on your social media. Kasi nabanggit mo nga na this industry is very social media heavy. So invite them to follow you on your Facebook if you have, or on Instagram.
Hi guys, I am Zoe Bernardo Santiago, your candidate from the city of Manila, number 23. Please follow me on my social media. I'm very active on Instagram, Zoe_Santiago_, and on Facebook, Zoe Santiago. And also follow Sashes&Scripts and the vlogs and everyone else in the pageant, not just me, because then it will be a great show on the 28th of Thank you.
Ayan, thank you Zoe, and thank you very much for everyone na sumubaybay sa ating interview with the lovely, the gorgeous, the voluptuous, the very passionate Zoe Santiago. Ayan, until sa susunod nating episode, thank you very much and see you in our next video. Thank you Zoe.